Yeah, I had to have that conversation with my husband. I had to set some boundaries. He is a white Hispanic guy, and he likes to listen to some of the black music where the N-word is used. He says that he likes to listen because of the beat, and a lot of times he doesn't even hear the words that are being used, but I can't help but hear the words, especially if I am with him. And I don't like to listen to hip-hop or rap music that is riddled with the N-word, and especially not in the presence of a non-black person. That's just how it is for me. So we had to have that conversation, and even though he respected my stance on the issue and no longer played that kind of music in front of me, he still was kind of put off and surprised that I would have an issue, because this is popular music and apparently a lot of other black people are okay with this music being out and okay with being around white people listening to it. But I am not one of those black people. I am not interested in being cool with this and that. Like, no. So I ended up going down a rabbit hole online, and I found some interesting information. I found out that in California some years ago, some of the Hispanic artists had started putting out music and films embracing a slur that has historically been used against them. And so after this, some of the Hispanic kids started going to school and using this slur with each other as a way of taking back some of the power from the people who had used it against them historically. And so kind of like how some blacks look at using the N-word with each other as a term of endearment and taking back power. Now, I don't feel like it's a term of endearment, even if it's two people of the same group, but that's kind of how it's looked at by some people. So I asked my husband if he was aware that some Hispanic artists were using this slur in their music and films, and he said no. He was visibly shocked, surprised, and ashamed. Yes, ashamed. He said that he would never be okay with listening to this music or watching the films, and he would never be okay with other Hispanics embracing this slur. So I did have to tell him, okay, so now you know how I feel about you wanting to listen to a certain type of music where the N-word is being used, okay? Because before, he could never put himself in my shoes. You know, he only looked at it as, oh, this is music that everybody listens to. And I'm like, no, I don't listen to it. I know other people who don't listen to it. So I know some of you are probably thinking, well, I've never heard of this music or the films. So I will put the NPR article in the description box so you can read it if you want to. And after my digging online, I also found out that one Asian music group wanted to use a slur that's been used against them historically as part of their name. And they actually went to the Supreme Court to try and use this slur. And so I will link that article also. So the more you dig, the more you find out. But I was like totally surprised, because for years I thought it was so odd that black people were okay with trying to embrace the slur. And I'm like, no other group has wanted to embrace something that's been used to tear them down. So why would black people want to do that? And not knowing that other groups have kind of fallen suit. I mean, not that makes it any better, because I still wouldn't use it and wouldn't want to listen to it, but I'm just saying. I'm interested in your opinion about this topic. Let me know in the comments what you think, especially if you are in an interracial relationship. Thank you for watching this video.